Hello everybody and welcome back to Good Company. As always, I am Dor, and today we're going to go ahead and set up a couple of the manufacturing lines to go ahead and produce the items that are being used up the most here. So for instance, we need one of these guys set up to be making a bunch of these plastic parts because we are running pretty low on those things. And then with the line set up, we can go ahead and decommission these tables over here with the employees making those things, hopefully. So we'll do that. We also need to go ahead and get some more engines being made. I believe the tables that we have down, right, we only have one of each of these guys making the motors that we need. So we need to maybe double or triple that up because we can only do that with employees. We can't have it going through a machine. And then I think we also need plastic cases because this guy keeps running out of stuff. This guy's not producing them fast enough, so we'll probably have to double up on those guys as well. But in between episodes, I went ahead and added on another one of these guys. I believe we only had two of them running, and we were completely out here, and our backlog in this building was completely empty, so we were really struggling there. So I went ahead and just added in a third one, and it seems to have completely fixed the whole issue. We have a big backlog now, and we are golden. So we can go ahead and set up the line over here in this warehouse for right now, since we don't have anything in here, and we have a bunch of other warehouses going as well that we don't have anything in. So we'll just use this one because it has a delivery zone, so let's go ahead and get cracking with it. We can go ahead and put a pallet in here. We don't need it interacted by employees, so it really doesn't matter what we do with it. But we'll go ahead and set it to be just plastic, I believe, because we're going to be making the form stuff. So let me actually click on a table. Actually, it's this guy. So plastic molding machine should be this guy. And if we look at it, that's the best machine that we can use to make stuff in it. Yep. So we'll pop down. We'll try 3 of them and see if, or actually we'll do 4. Because we have a whole bunch in the other room over there that is being used as well. So maybe 4, we might bump it to 6. Maybe. Let's set the plastic form stuff on all of these guys. It's called plastic parts, but it looks like a formed piece of plastic, so my bad. And all we need for these guys is just plastic, right? So let's set that to plastic. If I can click on the right button, there we go. And let's see, so it's coming in from the top there and going out the side. So we might not be able to squeeze these like one right next to each other, but we can probably squeeze them. Let's see, we'll do that, right? And then we'll probably end up moving it away from the delivery zone here. Let's actually move that there. And we'll probably actually have it go into a shelf then, because that way we can have an employee delivering to it, right? We'll use one of the big ones. Actually, that won't work, right? Because if we plop that there, squeeze this as close as we can to the wall, and then have it like that so that we have the space to do that, right? We can maybe have double up on it. Maybe, let's see, if we do this, we can have that going directly into the machine. And then this guy would still need to be spaced. So yeah, we'll do single shelving units going into these guys. So that way it doesn't really matter where we have these things down at, because we can maybe automate 1 or 2 from the pallet, but the rest of these are going to need to have a shelf going to them, unless we want to plop down more pallets, which I kind of don't. So we'll do that, and maybe we can squeeze this guy up here, right? We can automate one of these straight from the pallet. So let's get the conveyor belt arm going into that. We set you on plastic. I believe it was a 4-to-1 thingy. Yeah, 4-to-10. Then that's going out into a storage rack, which I'll set up in a second. Or do we want that going right back into a pallet over here? We'll have them all lead into one pallet so that the employees can grab from one pallet, hopefully. So let's see. If we put that there and oops. Okay, yeah, I'm glad I clicked on the right thing. We put a storage rack over here, right? We're gonna have it there, and if we have an arm going in, we can't interact with it because of all that. So if we scooch it over one, still won't be able to interact with it. We need to go 2. Actually, no, that should be fine, right? We can use one of these guys. Yeah, we can use that guy. So that way the employee can still interact with the shelf, And then we can scooch this guy back. Put another one of these guys there. That should feed that one. And the conveyor will actually have to... Let's see here. We can wiggle it so that the second one here can actually put their stuff onto that line. I need the thing going that way. There we go. So those two are connected in. It will feed it onto the line, and we should be good there. And then we just got to wiggle these two guys in there. Okay, so that should work, right? We have it coming out into this one automatically. We don't need an employee for that, but we do need an employee in this building delivering those items to these things. So we can set the plastic one as the policy so that we actually have a little boost in the stuff being made. And then if I click on this, it should tell me this is a component, so we can go ahead and set the policy to increase the speed of making components. There we go. And then we have a fourth one, which we can just throw into... We'll just throw it into the module crafting. I don't think that's going to do anything, but I don't think any of the other ones will do anything either, so no harm, no foul there. Then we will go ahead and have all these guys terminate into another one of the pallets here so that we can have an employee interacting with it. So we'll do that. I think that'll be fine. And then we set this guy as that, and we just have an orange arm interacting with these guys, putting them into the storage rack there. Let me go ahead and fill this thing up and then turn it on and see if it's actually going to do what I need it to do before we actually rearrange the logistic employee stuff. So with that enabled, this thing should fill up with plastic. And let me speed it up a little bit here. There we go. And let's see. So we should have plastic coming out of here. Cool. Going down the line. Going down the line again into here. Cool. So now that that's actually running, right, we need to go ahead and set the logistic employees up now, right? We need to go ahead and have it delivered to this area, and I believe the big area. That's the only 3 factories it needs to go to. So I'm hoping that this thing can actually keep up with it, because it does kind of seem a little slow. Because we only have 40 in there, or 150 in there, not just 40. So I'm not sure. We might have to double up on this before we make it fully independent, but I'm going to go ahead and set the logistic people up really quick. Okay, weird. So the reason there was only so little in there is because this isn't actually running. The only one filling up this pallet is this guy. The other 3 have grinded to a halt, and I don't know why. Unless I put these guys in backwards, which the arrows don't look like they're backwards, so I'm a little confused. Right? No, yeah, they're the right way. What is going on here? And now it won't let me place it back the way it was. There we go. Are you going to be working now, or are you going to bug out again? It isn't registering that it can put the plastic on there. That's strange. Why is that happening? Do that, and then do that again. And does that fix it? Nope. It grinds to a halt again. Strange. So, hold on. What if we move this guy, move that guy, we throw a couple conveyors down? Maybe we can get this to work. We scooch it there, we take this guy, and we scooch it that away. And then we put this thing back there. Right, I hope it still works. I might have to relink the thingy. And this does not seem to have fixed it. This side of the thing is just not working. Huh. And I can't have it run down the line with just conveyors because I need to be able to interact with the storage racks. So that's not good. Maybe now that we put a conveyor, we can unglitch it or unstuck it. Maybe. Oh, it went for the second grab. It went for the third grab. Maybe that was it. Okay. So what if we speed it up? Is it going to grind to a halt again and stop working all of a sudden? That one did. Let's see if we do this and then do that. Do you start working again and keep working? Hopefully. This guy has not had an issue. That guy grinded to a halt again. Strange. Yeah. Huh. I don't know. I guess we can just scooch these all away from the wall one so the employee can walk behind and load the storage containers because these things are bugging out. I think they're bugging out because they work and then they just randomly stop working. So I'm gonna chalk it up to possible bug there and just scooch everything away from the wall one so the employee can get back there. Okay, so actually we got rid of the entire conveyor belt because it just was not working, period. I ran a straight belt all the way to the pallet and the arm just would not grab off of the conveyor belt to load the pallet. So maybe I just don't understand how the conveyor stuff works on here. Like, I don't know. So we're just going to go ahead and have it terminate into a shelf, and that shelf is then going to fill the pallet, and then we should have the plastic stuff situated here. So let's actually put another 2 employees on in this warehouse so that we can have the pallet get filled up with the stuff that is required here. So now that we have this thing set up, right, that's the plastic parts going to be kind of squared away for a little while. We can go ahead and squeeze in another 2 if we need to. This should be more than enough for what we have right now. But we're going to go ahead and set up a little plastic bot chassis line, right? Because we need some more of those coming through the line. We also need more motors. So I believe, actually, which machine are we using for this thing? I don't remember. It's the same thing, plastic molding machine. So this guy here. And we need, what do we need coming in? We need the raw plastic, the molded plastic, and then the plastic sundries. So with these things set on the pallet to be brought in, we have to set the courier line up again, but that should be no biggie. And then we take this, we'll probably squeeze. We have 1 machine making them right now, and that's not enough for what we have. So I'm gonna try 3 if we can squeeze it in here. And hopefully that's enough to go ahead and get this stuff running. This is a line that will probably be deleted eventually when our products get high enough that we don't need to be using the plastic case anymore. So we can actually set this guy, let's see, we can set it over by the door, and then we can have these guys set up to be taking stuff out of here. Actually, this is a really small area, isn't it? We can do that, right? Because we can have an arm bringing the stuff out of this. The arm bringing out of this and then putting it on a conveyor that's going to go right into the machine here. And then this guy needs to go out and into a shelf. It's going to end up covering this pallet a little bit more than I kind of wanted it to. I wanted to go ahead and automate all 3 of these off the single pallet, but we probably can't do that. So what we're going to do is do what we did over here with these guys and just have them going into shelving units and then having the shelving units feeding the machines to kind of automate it a little bit. We still need employees in here delivering the merchandise, but it should be just fine. So now this seems to be keeping up with what we need. We have enough room to squeeze another 1, maybe 2 in this building as well. And now we can go ahead and set up the engines that we need. So we have 2 factories that are similar in size, and I think we'll do the step motor in one and then the DC motor in the other one because we are using, let me see, these guys are the DC motors, right? Yeah, medium DC motor and the little one, and then the medium step motor, and then the little one as well. So we'll have 1 in each factory over here, and this guy here. And then hopefully these 2 are able to keep up with the demand that we are needing. So let's get the tables going. I believe we need the mechanics workbench, right, for the small DC motor. And the crafting recipe is pretty simple. I think we have the metal sundries plenty backlogged right now, right? And I think our infrastructure will be able to maintain with that. But the little mechanic part things, those might run into an issue. Kind of depending. I'm not too sure on that, but we might have issues with that. Actually, is there anything else that we need to be bringing in? Because if it's all just stuff we're already making and the only thing we have to bring in is metal, I don't want to burn these factories on this thing. Same thing with this guy. Yeah, it's just metal. I think we can actually, we'll put it in here so we're not burning a delivery zone. That way, if we need it, we can go ahead and use this later. We can just have a pallet bringing stuff to these guys. So currently we have one table for each of these things, right? So we have one making the small motor, one making the big one, and then same thing with the DC motors. So we will do 3 of each right now, right? 3 little ones going into 3 big ones. So then same thing over here, another 3 going into the big ones. All right, so with all the recipes selected here, it looks like they all pretty much share, well, obviously these 3 are going to share the same thing. So we need sundries, plates, and the gears for the little ones, and then gears and metal for the bigger one. And then the step motor is the same thing as the DC motor, and the bigger step motor is the same thing as the bigger DC motor. So all we need bringing into this factory, or coming into this factory, is screws, metal plates, and the gears, the mechanical parts. So if we go to this thing and select one of these guys, how much space do we have? We have a lot of space. So we'll do 6 for the screws. We'll do 6 for the plates. Oops. And we'll do 6 for the gears. Right? And hopefully that's enough stuff coming in. If not, then we can go ahead and add another pallet. But for right now, we'll give that a whirl. And we will put it over here by this door. We'll move the tables around because we'll have the exits there. If I could press the right button to move stuff, that'd be cool. And then we can do the other pallet across the way here. This one can be bringing back the finished products. So we'll have 9 of the DC motors in there, and then 9 of the medium step motors in there because that's all we're using. So that should be good there. And then I'm going to rearrange these tables. Okay, so the engine area is up and running. We are running kind of okay. We are running into a little issue with the gears, so I went ahead and added in some more tables. So hopefully we can kind of keep up with it. We might add in some more of these guys, but for right now, our products are rolling out the line here. So we have enough points to go ahead and unlock the final little blueprint of the game here, currently in the game, which is the robotic pipe cleaner. So let's go ahead and unlock that guy. And that is all of the items available to us unlocked now, so that's cool. And if we take a look at our stuff here, we completed one of these a minute ago. I don't remember which one, but we have this one now, which gives us 2 science per, or 2 success points per every 1,000 crafted components. So that's nice. That's probably where we're getting a lot of the points from right now, because we are cranking through a lot of the stuff right now. And with the success points, we can go ahead and unlock some new items here, but I think we're going to go with this guy here. That's going to unlock the 2 research tables, the research and analysis desk, tier 2. So we'll go ahead and unlock those eventually when we get the points for it. But for right now, I think that's going to go ahead and be it for today's episode. Our factory is kind of getting a little more efficient here, hopefully, to where we have enough stuff getting produced. Next episode, we'll go ahead and make the final 2 blueprints that we have available to us, and then start ranking them up in the skill tree here to go ahead and have the best of the best items in there to be making as much money as we can. So, hope you guys enjoyed as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.